Edward Deming, acknowledged American statistician, engineer, professor, author, lecturer, and management consultant. He was born on October 14 in 1900, and he died on December 20, 1993. William Edward Deming received an engineering degree from the University of Wyoming. Later, he received a master from University of Colorado in physics and mathematics. He completed his studies at Yale University, where he was awarded a doctorate in mathematical physics. With this combination of engineering, mathematics, physics, that was very important in his later career. Thank you. Before I go to my presentation, I will start with quote of William Edward Deming. Performance of management should be measured by potential to stay in business, to protect investment, to ensure future dividends and job through improvement of products and service for the future, not by the quarterly dividend. Deming began his career as a statistician at Western Electric, where he studied at Sir Walter Schauer for several years. Deming has successfully put several statistical control theory into practice that can be applied in the industrial world. This is the concept that brings him to the total quality management. Deming's biggest contribution when helping Japan recover its economy after defeat due to World War II. Deming was introduced to Japan's statistical quality control. With this theory and realization, Japan's economic was growth and the profound increase in the quality of Japan manufactured goods. Deming saw the American people, the success of the industry in Japan to rise up to improve the quality of its product. Because of his contribution, Deming was asked by several large companies such as General Motors, Ford, and Florida Light and Power to help improve their performance. Deming also became a professor at many universities in America. In 1957, he was invited by GC to train hundreds of engineers, managers, and scholars in statistical process control and concept of quality. But Deming declined to receive royalties from GC. GC is Japanese Scientists and Engineers. So GC's board of directors established the Deming Prize in December 1950 to repay him for his friendship and kindness. Thank you. As we know before, Deming has successfully put Schauer statistical control theory into practice that can be applied in the industrial world. This is the concept that brings him to total quality management. Total quality management is a quality management system that focuses on customer focus in involving all levels of employees in making continuous improvements. TQM use strategies, data, and effective communication to integrate quality discipline into company culture and activities. Briefly, total quality management is a management approach to achieving long-term success through customer satisfaction. In TQM, all members of the organization or company employees must participate actively in improving the process, product, service, and culture to produce the best quality in product and service to achieve customer satisfaction goals. TQM have many ideas such as number one, process thinking. It is a fundamental part of TQM. This process is a step that takes input from supplier and transform them to output that are delivered to customer. In this element, we need to carry out the process are defined and performance measures to continuously monitor in order to detect unexpected variation. The next one is customer focus. In this step, it is how we make the people buying our product or service again and again, because our customers determine the quality of our products. If our product fulfills a need and lasts as long or longer than expected, customers know that they have spent their money on a quality product. The next one is total employee involvement. In this section, employees are an important company resource in achieving the goals. Therefore, the involvement of employees as a whole can support the company in making continuous process and quality improvement. The next one, integrate system. This is typically a business has many different departments, each with their own specific function and purpose. This department and function should be interconnected with horizontal process that should be the focus of total quality management. But sometimes this department and function operate in isolated silos. In an integrated system, everybody in every department should have a true understanding of policies, standard, objective, and process. Integrated system help the company to look for continual improvement in order to achieve an edge over the competition. The next one is strategic and systematic approach. This is a critical part of the management of quality. Fact-based decision making. In order to know how well an organization is performing, data on performance measure are necessary. TQM requires that an organization continually collect and analyze data in order to improve decision-making accuracy, achieve consensus, and allow prediction based on past history. The last one is communication. Everybody in our organization needs to be aware of plan, strategies, and methods that will be used to achieve our goals. There is a greater risk of failure if we don't have a good communication plan. That's all for me. Thank you.
Hello, good morning everyone. My name is Asri Fitria. My metric number 268266. I will continue the next slide. That's it. 14 point for management. So, in his book Out of the Crisis, William Edward Deming argues that American management needs a completely new structure from the ground up. So he was concerned about the failure of American management to plan for the future and foresee problems that had yet to arise. Knowing the causes of quality failure and correcting them is a key task for a manager. They are ones who are responsible for finding a solution to solve the mistake. So this is the 14 principles that must be done to achieve a quality of product or service. First, we have keep your vision clearly. Like you should always have an aim, such as to become competitive, stay in business, and provide jobs. Second, adopt new philosophies from time to time. Western managers must awaken to the challenge, learn their responsibilities, and take on leadership for change. The third, stop depending on mass inspection, like build quality in the product from the start. Stop awarding business on the basis of price tag alone. Number 4, instead of minimize total cost, move toward a single supplier for any items based on a long-term relationship of loyalty and trust. Number 5, constantly improve your system of production and service to increase quality and reduce waste. And also number 6, institute training and retraining for all employees. Number 7, institute leadership. The aim of institute leadership of supervision should be to lead and help people to do a better job. So number 8, drive out fear so that everyone may work effectively for the company. And number 9, break down barriers between departments. People in research, design, sales, and production must be work as a team to foresee and to forecast some problems and production and also for supply. And number 10, eliminate slogan, exhortation, and targets for the forecast and focus on building culture and morale for a company and also for employee. Number 11, eliminate numerical quotas, like pay attention to quality and methods rather than just numbers. And number 12, remove barriers to your workers feeling pride in the work, like no director, no employees, like you have to make a relationship between them. And also number 13, institute figures program of education and retraining for both management and the for workforce. And also the last, take action to accomplish the transformation, like management and for workforce must work together, like I said before. The leader and the employee have to work together to make a better company. Okay, this slide is about 7 deadly diseases of management. William Edward Deming also described the main barriers faced by management when they try to implement the 14 principle. So first is lack of constancy of purpose to plan products and services that will have a market and keep the company afloat. And the second, emphasis on short-term profit and short-term thinking, like just the opposite from constancy of purpose, fed by fear or unfriendly takeover and by demand from banker and shareholder for dividend. And the third is evaluation of performance and annual reviews, and also mobility of managers and job hopping. And the fourth is using only available data and high medical costs, also high liability costs. According to Deming, company need effective management and a commitment to quality in order to combat these 7 deadly diseases. So he put particular emphasis on the importance of communicating quality of message to all staff members and building a belief in total quality management. So this 7 deadly diseases of management, what 14 points for management can be said to express Deming's philosophy of transformational management. His 7 deadly diseases of management describe the most serious barriers that management face to improving effectiveness and continual improvement. So, okay, I will continue. The next slide is about Deming chain reaction. Dr. William Edward Deming chain reaction explained how quality improvement can impact bottom line, help companies stay in business, and also increase profits and benefit society. reducing costs through process improvement. And so as you can see the diagram about Deming change reaction, first is improve quality. This step that will in itself begin to instill pride in workers who contribute to an organization quality improvement. The next is decrease costs. It's because cost will decrease as a result of his emphasis on quality rather than quantity. And the next is improve productivity. Productivity, in fact, will increase as workers see meaning in their effort. And also decrease price, because price will come down as a result of improvement quality and productivity. And then it will impact to increase the market, because organization can expand their market share by increasing productivity. And also stay in business. Improve quality and productivity coupled with competitive price and expand with market will allow them to stay in business. And provide more jobs, it's because this will also expand the opportunities for workers by adding job and improving trainings. And the last one is return on investment. Because investment in quality improves bottom line and pays better returns. Okay, the next slide is about PDSA cycle from Dr. Edward Deming. The PDA cycle is like plan, do, study and act. Is a systematic process for gaining valuable learning and knowledge for the continual improvement of a product, process or service. Also known as Deming Well or Deming Cycle, this integrated learning improvement model was first introduced to Dr. Deming by his mentor Walter Seward of famous Bell Laboratorium in New York. The cycle begins with the plan step. This involves identifying a goal or purpose, formulating a theory, defining success metric, and putting a plan into an action. These activities are followed by the do step, in which the components of the plan are implemented, such as making a product. Next, we'll come to the study step, where outcomes are monitored to test validity of the plan or for signs of process and success, or problems and the area for improvement. The act step closes the cycle, integrating the learning generated by the entire process, which can be used to adjust the goal, change method, reformulate a theory all good together, or broaden the learning improvement cycle from a small scale experiment to a larger implementation plan. This first step can be repeated over and over as part of a never-ending cycle of continue learning and improvement. That's why it's become like a cycle. PDSA and PDCA. Dr. Edward Deming emphasized the PDSA cycle, not the PDCA cycle, which a third step emphasized on study, not check. Dr. Deming found that the focus of check is more about the implementation of change with success or failure. His focus was on predicting the result of an improvement effort and studying the actual result and comparing them to possibly revise the theory. He stressed that the need to develop new knowledge from learning is always guided by a theory. By comparison, the check pass of PDCA cycle focus on the success or failure of a plan, followed by needed correction to the plan in the event of failure.
Hi everyone, my name is Adelya Asidiqhi and my metric number 26H26H. I will continue the next slide. The next slide is about the application of Edward Deming management theory. First is the healthcare area. Paper from Mike Stocklin, that is understanding and application of Deming system of profound knowledge in healthcare. This paper is useful for many reasons, including for those that think Deming's ideas are about only managing a high-volume faculty producing millions of the same product one after the other. That isn't the case, but there are still people that have a misunderstanding on what Deming's management ideas target. They target management of human organization and not just factories. And the next is the IT area. Paper from J.T. Marchika, an application of the Deming management method for information technology project. The application of Deming management method to IT project provides a new area of study for IS researchers. This study provides a first step for adapting and expanding the model to understand the role software development tools play in supporting the quality initiative for IT projects. For example, Post and Keegan in 2005 that investigate current system development trends and report that certain tools, such as the data, and for organization, greater insight into the application of the Deming management method may increase the likelihood of projects meeting scope, schedule, and budget objective while improving internal or external customer satisfaction. And more specifically, the importance of leadership may be critical to a learning IT organization that focuses on both project and software engineering processes in order to support continuous learning and encourage project team member morale. And the next slide is the criticism of the management theory. Deming criticism managerial target on the ground that where the means of achieving the target known, it would already have been achieved. Deming is talking about working to improve an already stable but incapable process. There are three criticisms. First is his approach doesn't inspire creativity and innovation in the workplace. Next, it is not effective for generating new product or invading and penetrating new market. And the last is Joseph Juran, a famous quality guru, commented that Deming overused statistical method. Okay, the next slide is the conclusion. So from that, we can conclude that the Deming management method contains a prescriptive set of 14 points that serve as guidelines for appropriate organization behavior and practice regarding quality management. Despite the apparent effect of these 14 points on both the industrial world and the practice of management theory around the world, there is a little evidence of the role of the Deming management method in the formalization and the advancement of management theory. Deming management method proposed to transforming and improving the practice of management. The importance of top management's leadership in creating and communicating a vision for continual improvement in order to enhance the viability of the organizational